Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Points of Interest podcast. Hopefully, this is another exciting episode. There's my transition there. Hello, everybody. My name is Josh Hawks. I am the 303 Ninja, and right over there, he is my podcasting partner for life. He is the other guy. It's Mr. Francis Fernandez.
What's up, party people? Swing your parties. Hello, raise the roof. If someone has a day today.
Everybody has days today. If you're alive, your day is today.
If you're alive, your day is today.
If you happen to be born on this day.
Whoa, what?
Then you
was born today?
You can share that with me. I am the ruler of the 13th of September if you're going to have a birthday. So your birthday has to come across my desk first, and I have to approve it.
How many birthdays? So what celebrities were born on this day? Do you know?
I don't know. Where's our producer? In all the years that I've been around, I've only known like 2 or 3 people that have shared the same birthday with us. One, you actually know, Francis. Yeah, well, at least you've met.
Okay.
Writer Josh Dahl.
Oh.
He's from the Boston crew. But then I have an acquaintance here. It's one of my little brother's friends. Has the same birthday as me, which I thought was kind of cool.
Well, you share a birthday with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory's writer Roald Dahl. Speaking of dolls.
He only has one name.
Roald Dahl. Roald?
Oh, Roll is his
Dahl.
first name. Okay,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep. You also shared with crooner. Well, I don't know if she's a crooner. Fiona Apple.
Okay.
You also share it with Peter Cetera of Chicago fame.
The band?
Of the band Chicago.
Sweet.
Yes.
Their music makes me cry every time I hear it.
You also, and lastly, even though there's a lot here, you also share birthday with Boy Meets World actor Ben Savage, brother of the other Savage.
The other Savage, yeah.
The other guy.
Ben Savage, formerly of WWE.
Really?
I think he was a writer.
Oh.
I could be
writer.
I could be mistaking him for somebody else that might. Oh no, I was Frankie Muniz. Was a writer for WWE.
Wow, Malcolm in the Middle.
Malcolm in the Middle. Yeah. Oh, wow. Anybody on that list? Maybe like a world conqueror, world dominator. Maybe somebody that wasn't a piece of shit, but somebody that was like noteworthy.
Ben Savage is Ben Savage bad? I don't know.
No, he's not a world conqueror.
Oh, yes, Cesare Borgia of the Borgias.
Yeah.
Italian politician and the illegitimate son of the Pope.
Nice.
There
There's
you go.
something. I share the same birthday with the illegitimate son of the Pope of which Pope?
Italy. Well, the Pope.
Like
do you know
current
what?
Pope.
Pope. No, Pope. No, not the current. Because this guy was from 1507. He died in 1507.
Oh, like the OG Pope.
Pope Alexander the Sixth of the 1500s.
Speaking of people with multiple names, the Queen Elizabeth II died. Now I don't know anything about fucking royalty or anything like that.
The monarchy.
But oh shit, I lost my point. Why was she the second? I've never heard a lady be the second of anything.
Because I believe there was a Queen Elizabeth before her in like the 1600s, so she'd have been Queen Elizabeth I. So these are
they weren't related. It just happens to be the same name as somebody in the past.
Yeah, you can pick any name when you become the king or the queen. You don't have to pick the name that you're born with.
Oh shit.
You can be anything.
Oh.
That's why it's King Charles III, as even though that's his name, but like he didn't have to pick Charles. It could have been King, Edward or something, the fifth or whatever. Like he could have been whatever kingly name that's already been out there, and he would have been the king that way. He would have been servant. Move that thing from the table.
I saw that. I giggled. There's also another thing I saw where he was signing something and he signed the wrong date like several times.
Yeah, he's like, I keep writing the 12th. It's really the 13th.
And then broke the pen and handed it to some other old lady who was like, "There's
His
there's
wife?
ink." I don't know. I told you, Francis. I don't know who these fucking people are.
His wife.
Like
the
I just
queen.
found out a week
Oh.
ago that this King Charles guy is the son of Queen Elizabeth. I thought they were a couple this whole time.
No, Prince. Oh God, I don't remember his name because he died before the Queen did. Because like you have to be directly related. So in other words, his wife doesn't just become queen; she's queen consort, and he is he's king, and then I think William is king after him. And poor Harry and Meghan Markle, unfortunately, do not get. I don't think are in line, or at least they're like fifth or sixth in line for the throne. But yeah, yeah. So, yeah, his name. Yeah, so we got King Charles and his wife Camilla.
Camilla. I watched a speech he was giving to their parliament, like part of it. Just kind of because I told you I don't know anything about these people. I didn't even know what he sounded like. So I was like, I kind of went into it like a smart ass kind of mindset. Like, how posh is this motherfucker gonna sound?
Oh, he's so mumbly posh.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, and I wasn't disappointed by any means.
Yeah.
But yeah, my lovely mother.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You heard that speech? Yeah.
Yeah.
My dear departed mother.
But
Here's the thing.
looking on Twitter, it was very interesting to see, and Facebook, I guess, but interesting to see all the different
takes on the royal family.
Hot takes, solid takes, whatever, people are very divided on this monastery thing, or however, the royalty,
the monarchy,
or whatever. Just either period, just royalty in general.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I have no fucking stake in the claim on either side of the fence.
They the royal family have no. I mean, we had a whole war to separate ourselves from the UK, from British Empire. So it's Canada and Australia now. They're the two that are under the reign of the Queen. Yeah, thank you, Ginger. Elizabeth I was from 1508 to 1603. So yeah, that's the first Queen Elizabeth. So she had to be the second. I think if he picked King George, he would have been like King George the 11th or something like that, because there's so many King Georges. But yeah, so I personally, I don't care either. I understand. I don't understand the hate, in all honesty, because they weren't around when all the stuff that they're claiming they did. Like, I mean, I know she's been queen for 70 years, but I mean, they're talking about stuff that happened way before she was born. So I find that interesting. But yeah, whatever. Who cares? She was in Paddington. She parachuted out of a plane for one of the Olympics.
That was totally her.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, right. It wasn't her, but yeah.
Could have picked any of his 5 names.
Yeah.
I did see on YouTube, I think it was this morning, somebody had put together the video was titled something to the effect of, that she was actually pretty funny, or or whatnot. And there was a clip with Paddington in there, something about keeping a marmalade sandwich in her purse. And I was like, is that her? Is that an actress? Because if that's an actress, that is a hell of a double.
No,
and there was a James Bond scene. There was a couple others that they showed, just little, maybe they're British TV shows or what have you. But I was like, oh, I mean, fuck, you have to have a sense of humor if you're in that kind of a position for that long. You have to have some sort of quips about you or something, little things that you do, or I don't know.
Yeah, there's some people who lived an entire lifetime who knew no one else but her as the Queen of England, right? So like she was a big deal in that sense, and she's a pop culture icon. So
Yeah.
like I'm not surprised. Howdy, listeners, mate.
Hey, listeners, mate.
But I'm not surprised that like people really liked her and stuff. Like no matter what people think she did, like she was legit. Like I'll pretend to jump out of a plane.
Right.
I'll be in a movie, like in a kids movie.
Yeah,
I'll
acting.
Like,
what was she acting against? You wonder. Oh, we're talking about the late Queen Elizabeth, listeners, mate.
Yeah. And her role in Paddington 2.
Yeah.
Or Paddington 1. Yeah.
But like, I wonder what she was acting against.
Look, she's bored out of her mind, right? Because what do you do as the Queen?
Right.
Nothing. Because she doesn't run Parliament. She doesn't do anything. She could if she wanted to, but she didn't.
Right.
She just was head of state. She was the figurehead.
Mm-hmm.
She was bored out. She's like, do I have anyone tonight today? I don't have anyone tonight today. Oh, okay. Do I have anyone to bestow the other thing that's not a knighthood, but it's right below it? Do I have anyone to do that? No? No.
Hmm.
What? You need me in a movie? Okay. She's like,
why not?
Oh man, why not? Like, I'll be totally in your movie. Like, yeah, I'm all about it. And so she'll go into the movie and be like, oh, hello, I'm the Queen. We are not amused. Stuff.
I think that was Margaret Thatcher. She just went into. Or not amused.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think that was one of her lines, but that.
No, that wasn't a Queen Elizabeth II line. I think that was like a Queen Elizabeth I line. But yeah, like, whatever. She just did her thing. She probably did commercials and stuff, and I mean, because you're a multi-billionaire who doesn't have to do anything, and you have servants still. Like, come on,
right?
Like, I mean, I want somebody to push stuff away from my table when I don't want it there. Like,
it just go move a shoe.
Who was I talking to about this? But there used to be a royal ass wiper.
Ginger, she dedicated her life to her country. Promise made at 21 and promise kept.
Yeah. See, there's that. That's the one I see the most, though, is that she is this person who took her job pretty seriously up until the end. I think she got bored near the end because, again, she's old. She's in her 90s, and she's like, all right, I'll do TV and movies. But, yeah. And Sir Ian McKellen, too. What?
Knighted.
Well,
him.
He was knighted. Yeah, he was knighted.
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen were knighted, yeah. A lot of people are knighted. And now King Charles III will knight people with a sword. So that'd be kind of cool.
Magneto and Deputy Director Bullock.
What? No, Magneto and Charles Xavier. I mean, I guess sure. I don't know who's the Deputy Director Bullock. I don't know. Actually,
I don't know.
No, I have to look that up. But yeah. So anyway.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't have that written down. That just kind of came up.
Yeah. God Save the Queen.
Yeah, I heard they changed the lyrics to the song now.
Because God Save the King now.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, like I said, I find I don't have any, stake anywhere, but like looking into it from the outside, it's like, oh, it's kind of interesting. What not interesting enough to like fucking look into it, but it's interesting.
Well, imagine a living leader on your money. Like every time you took out a $20
Holy shit,
bill.
they gotta change all that now.
Oh, I don't know if they're gonna change it.
I bet you they do.
Do you think they have to? Oh my god, they have to put King Charles's face on there.
Yeah.
Instead.
And then what do they do with the old money? Do they take it out of circulation?
Probably. I mean, that's what they do here. They take money out of circulation.
Yeah, but we don't have any current fucking presidents on any of our money.
That's true.
They just redo it and put the same guy on the thing. Well, I think didn't they change to 50?
I don't know. The only thing that I really noticed that they changed was the quarter, because they put like the states behind the quarter.
Right. They did they
quarter.
did that, but like all the bills have changed over years. But
Yeah,
I thought they changed.
text.
No, they changed a lot.
They didn't change people though. They
No,
changed just
that's
the
what
logo.
I'm confusing with. I'm like, did they change the face of one of the bills? But
I don't think so.
I don't believe so.
I'll take a look, because I don't think they did.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know where to go from here. Let's see what. Regardless of your opinion of the monarch, she was a remarkable woman.
Yeah.
Charles will be printed. Charles will be printed on new money. Yeah. See, there you go.
Yeah. Look, he's gonna.
I don't have an opinion. I'm just like, I'm an American. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand any of that.
The sad thing is King Charles is not going to be as lauded as Queen Elizabeth was, because he got into it late, and
Right.
nobody cares.
Yeah, I saw
Right.
like 73-year-old man finally gets his first job.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, if Princess Diana were still alive, I think it'd be a big deal, because she was such an icon. But you know, because she's not around, nobody really cares about this guy. Like, it's Charles. All right, that's
Right.
right. Oh,
I don't know. It's just it's just kind of interesting to see from, like I said, looking through a window. It's like, oh, yeah, pretty cool. I saw that they got 2 new holidays out of it. They got 2 new bank holidays out of it.
They did, yeah. Well, to mourn the Queen. Yeah, of course. You gotta go. You gotta mourn the Queen.
So I mean, that's pretty cool.
I think so.
Yeah, but it's Europe. They give away days off. Like,
No, I think we still have more days off than they do.
oh well,
They just have more vacation time than we do. Their average vacation time is, for a new employee, is a month. They give you a month, and you have to take it before the end of the year.
well. Speaking of having to take time off, I'm doing that right now. I have this whole week off, Francis.
Oh my God, what are you gonna do with yourself?
Well, so far, I've not done a whole lot. I mean, it was my birthday. I tried to take advantage of things today. I didn't take it at full advantage as I should have. The guy at Starbucks.
Did you buy yourself something?
I'm broke.
Oh.
The guy at Starbucks was too frustrated this morning. Like his partner was fucking not there. He was running late. He had like 9 people in line, and I was just told after I paid for it, I was like, "Yeah, it's my birthday. I'm just chilling." He's like, "Oh, you should have told me before." I'm like, "Well, I'll be here tomorrow."
Yeah, well, you're supposed to take your free drink on your day.
Yeah,
you know?
well, you're supposed to. You're supposed to take your week's worth of vacation within the year they give it to you too, and I didn't do that. So,
Shrug.
what's that?
Shrug.
Shrug,
I
right.
I don't know. Yeah.
But the rest of the week, I actually have a plan to, I'm trying to learn this DJ thing, and I think I've been going about it the wrong way, and I've been trying to become a roadworthy DJ, and I don't know what I'm doing yet. So I'm really trying to dedicate time the rest of the week to just, all right, instead of doing the things I would probably normally do, I'm gonna go sit behind these things and try and figure this shit out.
Have you tried DJ Hero?
Dude, DJ Hero was one of my most favorite games of what, the 2010s.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always wanted a second copy so I can connect the 2 fucking decks. And I didn't know anybody else that had another deck. So
It was sadly not a very popular game.
It was
I only
not.
ever played it at the demo in Best Buy. That was the only time I ever played that game.
I purchased it as soon as it was available.
Oh, nice.
I should have, I was so hyped about it. I should have pre-ordered it, but I just took the chance and it was there, and I was like, I'm taking it.
So when are you gonna, spin some Skrillex and some,
I mean,
as soon as whatever?
I mean, here's the thing: you can play whatever, but you got to figure out. I mean, here's the thing: I want to be proficient enough, Francis, one day, to be able to play a dancey tune. Doesn't, some sort of dance tune.
Mm-hmm.
And then
like
what?
Like a sea shanty, sure, yeah.
Sure, whatever. And then no, but go from like a Dead Mouse song, which is whatever, to a sea shanty, and it may not make sense, but as far as timing goes, it falls in place.
Got to get that beat in your head.
Yeah, well, yeah, dude. So DJing has a lot to do with math, and I suck at math and counting and stuff. So it's been difficult, and I realize that you just need to fade out of one song and fade into the next song to start with.
Look,
and I'm trying to do what they call drop swapping and cutting and all this other stuff, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, you should have gone to Swiss and Bullets. It says, hey, would have gotten you a DJ hero, a second DJ hero maybe.
Well, the first one's gone, so.
Yeah, well, Lister's Mate, I don't know if Josh is ready for the big time of wedding receptions and banquets, but hopefully soon.
Funny enough, though, a couple years ago, right before the pandemic, actually, I was hired as a wedding DJ.
I recall.
And I told the people, well, because I don't think they got married at the end of the day. But I told them, I was like, I'm not a DJ. I'm barely a podcaster. And they're like, no, well, you know how to use electronics, so you're going to be good enough. Okay.
Again, because modern DJing is set up the playlist and have it pre-done already, like the mix.
I mean,
that's like the modern DJing.
So you've seen videos of old DJs with tape on their records.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's no different than doing it in the software.
Well,
those marks of tape are just where they want to start playing the song from.
I understand that.
And then in the software, you're doing the same thing, but instead of it being on a record, you're doing it on a waveform.
Yeah, and the turntables still act as if you're scratching the record and all that stuff.
I mean,
like it still replicates that.
You could. I tried that a couple times. I don't think I'll be that kind of DJ.
Oh. You're not gonna
a battle DJ.
You're not gonna battle.
No.
You're not gonna battle.
And it's funny because I know two DJs. And we discussed this I think last time we were talking, but
yeah,
one of the two DJs I know, and he isn't very good at returning messages. So I have a message open from him from like 3 weeks ago, where he asked me what software I was using, and I've yet to see a reply. So
go
ahead.
No, I was gonna say, especially with Messenger, you have to kind of write again because it's easy to forget.
Totally,
it's not like a text message.
And then the other DJ that I know, he is more of a battle DJ.
Yeah.
So he tries to teach me stuff, and I'm like, I get it. I'm there. Theoretically, I understand it, or I understand the theory. Well, both actually apply. But
let's get some Mambo Number 5 and Macarena, and what is it? The Harlem Shake. Just throw them all in there.
I mean, at some point, that should be possible. I don't see that there's no reason why that can't be possible. But that is what I do plan to spend some time with the rest of the week to try and at least get some sort of working knowledge, so I don't get so down on myself and look at this thing over here in the corner and like, yep, that was a fun purchase.
Don't forget you got to get your hands up though.
That's a whole other thing, my friend. Like,
in the middle of DJing, when the song was playing, you just,
right. I know, but I'm sitting here thinking, like, if I ever want to do this, get to a point where I can actually do this in person, I'm gonna have to find a personality, because, like, that's not really me to be like, yeah, I'm not that kind of an animated person.
Well, you don't have to be exuberant about it. You just have to kind of like You just have to give people something to pay attention to so they know what the beat is. So you move your hand back and forth like this. Don't have to look at anybody. You're looking at your deck, you're looking at your laptop, you're ready for the next song, you're ready to do what you need to do with the software, but all you're doing is just doing this, and people are going to jump anyway no matter what because they see your hand. They don't care if you're looking at them. There's no personality. I mean, you have a personality, but there's no personality of having to be like,
right,
throwing your hands in the air
and that's why I've talked to you about doing this like with a air of anonymity to it, and
wear a helmet,
going under a mask, or a fucking helmet of some kind.
Be dead mouse.
Yeah, dude, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
that's I don't know if I can stand being taught by him because he's really arrogant, and he seems to be very arrogant type of person.
He probably is. Yeah.
But man, to have his knowledge or any vinyl DJ's knowledge, the one thing out of the Matrix that I actually enjoyed, and I wish we had, was the spike in the back of the head, and
so
just learn
knowledge.
whatever. Yeah, insert knowledge. Yeah, not that I don't like learning. Learning is fucking awesome, but as we discussed before, like learning an instrument, there's scales, there's chord progression, etc., etc. With DJing, there's people keep saying practice. I'm like, what the fuck do I practice? Give me something to practice.
I just want to close my eyes and go, I know DJing.
Yeah, whoa.
Show me. You get to have a DJ battle with Morgan Freeman. I mean, Morgan Fairchild. What the hell's his name again? Morpheus. What's Morpheus's name? Lawrence Fishburne.
No, James Earl Jones.
Oh man,
let's not play that game.
No.
It's a different time now, Francis.
I know it's not 2015. You can't get away with that business.
Or even earlier than that, like some sort of 2010 or something like that. Which kind of brings me to I wish, Francis, I'm sweating my ass off over here. I wish there was a hot topic for adults. It could be called lukewarm topic or hot flash topic.
I mean, a hot topic is technically still for adults, I guess. I mean,
I haven't. To be fair, I haven't been. I just had a wild idea. I saw somebody kind of talking about this sort of stuff, and I was like, let me see if I can run with this. I haven't been to a mall in forever, so I don't even know what the inside of a Hot Topic even looks like. The last time I was in a Hot Topic, this will tell you what fucking year this was. They had oversized, gigantic Care Bears.
Oh God, yeah. Oh God.
Early 2000s was the last time I was in a fucking Hot Topic voluntarily.
So my movie theater is in a mall that I go to, and I go to the movies quite often. And I passed by the Hot Topic, and I was in shock that Hot Topic has stepped away from pop culture and has gotten back to being goth again.
Oh.
So there was a lot of goth clothing, a lot of goth, like, that was what they were advertising. Those were the banners. Those were the posters. I'm like, oh my God, they're back. Like, Hot Topic is back to what it used to be. Like, oh man, it's former glory.
I mean, do you remember back in the day when it first popped up? Like, that's all that it was. It was emo, goth, go buy your slutty little schoolgirl skirts and, you know, the skimpiest of undies in the back and get yourself a fucking, you know, a rock t-shirt that, you know, you can't buy anywhere else because nobody else will carry it because it says fuck Nazis on it or something.
Yeah, and then if you were a person who pierced, you had your gauges, you had your belly button rings, you had your, but now there's a black craft apparently, whatever black craft is. So, you know,
never heard of it again because I'm not much of a consumer, Francis.
Right. Yeah.
I don't go out there and spend. I spend from home most of the time, but like I don't go out there and.
But don't you have a lady friend who's particularly interested in shopping, I would assume?
Yeah, actually. Yeah, totally. So recently, it's good Good, because this hot topic thing wasn't going anywhere.
Why did you?
No, I thought it would be funnier than it was, and once it came out of my mouth, it wasn't that funny. So I'm glad that we're moving past it.
Yeah. So yeah, there's So there's a girl who likes to shop.
So the girl that I hang out with does like to shop. And this past weekend, a very hippie and let's find our chakras type of event here in Denver is the Gem and Mineral Show. This is like jewelry, gem, and minerals.
Oh God, crystals everywhere.
Crystals everywhere. And there were all the wooks. There was no show, I don't think, at Red Rocks that day. So all the wooks were at the Gem and Mineral Show, mostly because it's a free event.
Well, you know what you do when you get a piece of jewelry with a stone on it, like an amethyst or amber or something, right? You wear it until you absorb all of the energy of that stone, and it breaks, and then you have to dig into the earth and bury it so that it returns to from whence it came.
I had never heard that before.
Oh yeah, I very many years ago, my girlfriend at the time, I bought her an amethyst necklace. And the first thing the lady told us when we bought that necklace was like, when it breaks, because it will, because you'll absorb all of its energy, don't forget to bury it in the ground and return it to the earth. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
it never broke.
I got her it was a little bracelet. I don't know what kind of, it was some sort of stone.
Opal.
No. I will not voluntarily purchase anybody an opal unless it is their birthstone.
Okay.
I have the worst superstition when it comes to opals. It's the same fear of opals. The same fear I have of opals is the same fear I have of clowns.
What did an opal touch you inappropriately?
So when I was an apprentice to a jeweler,
okay.
He was telling me about opals, and it's mostly his superstition that fucking rubbed off on me.
Okay.
But there was a lady who wanted this opal stone, this ring. And he was like, what's your birthstone? And it wasn't an opal. And he's like, I won't sell this to you. And she said, no, I want it, and offered him a lot of money for it. And he said, okay. And 2 weeks later, she was in the hospital. And her body was swelling up. Now, more than likely, total coincidence. And she was unhealthy to begin with, and it was just timing. But it was the fucking opal. It was the goddamn stone. She was in a hospital. They were giving her meds. They had to cut all her jewelry off of her because she was so swelled up. And after the opal was gone, she was fine. I know. She was in a hospital. Doesn't matter to me now. Now, here's the thing. While we were looking through there, we went to one booth that had raw opals. So the stone, the opal, what we all know as the opal, was it was raw, uncut, and there's stone around it. Some sort of agate or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to cut all of that away to get to the actual gemstone. I was able to look at those and not feel like I needed to tip the fucking bucket over and run away. But I wouldn't touch them.
Yeah.
And she likes opals. She loves opals. And I was just like, nope, not buying you one.
What's her birthstone?
She's Pisces. So, what is that? Blue sapphire? No, aquamarine. Aquamarine. Opals are widely considered to be sketch. Look at that. Opals are widely considered to be sketch. Not sure exactly why, though I'm told it's just that you don't want to buy one for yourself. Gift it is fine. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not.
That was her mistake. That was
the lady.
She bought it for herself.
Exactly. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I don't know. Dude, that was enough. That was enough for me to be like, nope, I'm never touching an opal ever again. They're cool to look at, kind of, but they're fucking scary to me now.
I don't blame you.
So we go to this one booth, and there's this. They were from Argentina, and there was this like rose-colored rock. I don't know what it was. I can't tell you what it is. Pink, rose-colored. Okay. And the lady picked up a slice. Let's say it was a fucking double silver dollar.
Okay.
A double and a half silver dollar. And it was just a sliver, just a slice. And she thought it was cool. And handed it to the guy, and he goes, "How much is this?" And this guy took the slice of rock and looked through it with, because you could see through it. And he goes, $1,000.
Yeah.
And he was deadpan. And I usually can read this shit. And I was like, I can't tell if he's bullshitting us or if he's legit asking for $1,000 for a fucking potato chip of a rock. Like, diamonds cost thousands of dollars, not this fucking rock I've never heard of.
Yeah, well, diamonds that are cut specifically to look like a certain way are usually fairly expensive.
This wasn't even faceted. It was just a slice. It was a slice of cheese.
You know what though? But a lot of those places, again, they're not just precious stones. They are
they're gem. They're all they're all gem. Well, a lot of them are gemstone. A lot of gemstone. And then there was a lot of just pretty looking rocks that.
But that's the thing. Right? Like, but gemstones carry power or whatever to a lot of people, and so whenever you go to a place that sells specifically gemstones, especially ones that aren't like cut in any way, shape, or form, right? Like, to them, that's why it's $1,000, not because it was a rose opal or whatever it was. Opal again. A rose, was it rose quartz?
Rose quartz.
It's a rose quartz are pink, right? So it's a slice of rose quartz, or tourmaline or whatever. And so, oh, look at that. Oh, it's raw, like us. It's not shaped as anything. It's $1,000 because this will make your life 1,000,000 times better, and you'll have like all the money in the world and blah blah blah. Like, they believe beyond the fact that it's just a gem, like a precious gem. So
yeah, it's and Ginger's saying she has an opal inset. Unset.
Yeah, see, opals, but probably, and it was gifted, and she's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
I don't know, man. It was a weird thing, weird timing, fucking weird part of my, age, and I was just like, nope, I'm scared. I'm scared of opals. Not fucking with those.
You just gift them. Just give it out. Give it away. Give it away. Give it away now.
Give it away. Yeah, beat me to it. I was like, oh, there's that there.
But okay. Did you get anything from the show? Or no?
I didn't get anything because I'm not that much of a hippie. But like I said, I did purchase her this like bracelet of some sort of. Now I don't remember what the stone was, but it's purple.
All right.
It was cool.
Okay. Amethyst, yeah.
It wasn't no, it wasn't a gem. It wasn't a gemstone. It was just like a fucking mineral thing, like a rock, a fucking, a bunch of rocks that turned into circles with a drill hole through each one and a string. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Nothing crazy fancy. But the transaction was fucking shady as hell. Here's the thing: when you go to these things. I discovered we're going again this weekend. And I hope to learn about 8 languages before we go back on Sunday, because I think it'll help us if I learn Portuguese and some Spanish and I don't know if Armenia has a language, but Armenian languages, whatever that would be. And I think I'd be okay.
Yeah.
Because I recognized Portuguese immediately. And I was like, oh, nope, I can't. I got nothing for you.
You'll get a discount if you speak the language.
Well,
speak the language, you'll get a discount.
I've always thought it would be really cool if I had actually thought of it when I was younger and wanted to learn things, but to learn like 8 different languages so you could go someplace and spit something out in Vietnamese and do it, tone perfect, and then be like, what the fuck? Just, yeah, I know the language, man. Or whatever, Vietnamese or Chinese. There's a guy on YouTube I see that speaks like same thing, like 19 different languages, kind of okay. And he goes to places, totally sets them up, and then, he'll get shitty service speaking English, and then he'll throw something at them in their language, and they're like, what?
Especially if it's an Asian language, oh boy, do they appreciate that, and they'll like treat you like a king or a queen. So.
We went and got tacos today at a place that there wasn't a person there that spoke a lick of English, or chose not to anyway.
Oh, see.
And yeah, it was there was a little difficulty, getting some ordering through, but
just hopefully they're numbered and be like,
they were.
Dos, por favor.
There was 30 different options, 35 different options. So, I would have totally gone, Ocho Cinco, style if I had thought of it. Like, what dose, whatever 9 is.
Hi. Yeah. That would have been. I mean, I guess numbers. Just know the numbers. If you count to 10, you at least can go like, uno, for 11.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Ocho Cinco.
Once, doce, trece. You don't have to remember any of that stuff. Just like uno, please.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Dose, whatever 9 is.
Yeah. I love it. So your cheeky poo didn't learn a second language during her studies?
I believe. She's Greek, so I believe she knows some Greek, whatever they speak in Greece. I have no idea. Greek, yeah. And then possibly some French.
Oh, but yeah.
I think
if you ever go to a
French
restaurant, you can order some escargot and be okay.
I mean, I don't know if we have French restaurants here. This is Denver. There probably is.
We barely have French. I was gonna say we barely have French restaurants here in LA. So
if you want a burger, we can get you handled on a burger. If you want green chili, we got you handled on that. Green chili on everything.
You need to go. Colorado omelet or whatever. No, was it called? Yeah, Denver omelet.
Denver omelet. Yeah, I don't know what a Denver omelet even is.
I don't know. All I know is if it's California or California anything, it's avocado.
Avocado, yeah.
To whatever. Yeah.
Hey, did you get to participate in that cool activity you guys were doing out there in California? That rolling blackout thing?
No, thank God. No, even though we're supposed to be all electric soon, it's like, oh, good.
It was, I saw 2 sides of the story again, where it was like, people were like, it was great that Californians came together and all participated in turning their lights off so Santa Clara can have power or wherever the fuck. And the other half was like, what the fuck? This is the first time I've been in a part of a rolling blackout. This is fucked up.
Oh God, they must not have lived here very long, because rolling blackouts pretty much happen every summer to some degree. Like, not in all parts of Southern California, but rolling blackouts in Southern California happen a lot. We don't have that temperate, like that cool weather of San Francisco in the Bay Area, where it's all like the hottest is like 70, and that's pretty much it. And I was trying to look up what a Denver omelet is, and it tells me it's pretty. It just gave me ingredients, and I'm like, oh, okay.
It's like ham, Canadian bacon or something on
it. So it's smoked ham.
Okay.
Diced onions, bell peppers, black pepper to taste, cayenne pepper, and cheddar cheese, and that's apparently a Denver omelet. Which I don't know, and what I was gonna say, I don't know what any of that says. What any of that says Denver to you?
I mean, like, I don't know either. That's not what I would say Denver is, but there's a lot of places out here that fucking love to put green peppers in food, but they don't cook them all the way. So, like, I don't know. There's a place
Ham, peppers, and onions.
There's a place that I go to for breakfast, and I'm like, I tell them, like, please don't put any fucking green peppers in this, because you guys use them like Cheetos in a bag of munchies. They're just like filler.
Oh. I mean, come on now. You want to feel Denver is apparently your export is the green pepper.
Our export is
the avocado.
Our export is weed and then the Denver omelet.
Well,
there's a lot of weed that leaves the state. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But like you can't eat it in a food usually unless it's baked into it.
Yeah,
you don't normally have weed in an omelet.
Oh,
in an omelet?
You totally can, because once it's into an oil form, you can use it as such.
Sure. Yeah.
You can make can of butter.
Well, I recall you talking about can of butter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You can do that.
I mean, there's a whole recipe book about cannabis.
There's a whole TV show about it too. Weedakit, I think is what it was called. It was on Vice.
Oh, God. Weedakit.
Yeah, you know Abdullah from Vice?
I think so.
Little skinny guy. You'll know him if you see him.
Yeah.
He did a show where they bring in chefs, basically from the LA area.
Oh, sure.
And do a dinner party, but the chefs that they would bring in or people that have typically not ever experienced with marijuana as far as baking with it or making food with it. So they would provide them with all the means to get people, messed up on a steak. It was pretty cool.
So he did a show called Bong Appetit.
Oh, that's what it was. Bong Appetit.
Yeah.
Weedakit was a different show.
Bong Appetit. Very cute. That's a cute name.
It was a good show. I'd suggest give it a look-see. It was fun. Watch people get stoned while they're eating.
Oh, better than hot ones, I guess.
What's that? Better than what? Oh, fuck. You're frozen. While Francis unfreezes, hopefully. That sucks. So
there you are.
There you are.
Good.
I was wondering where you went.
I was like, did my internet go again like it normally does? No, thank God it wasn't. It's still here. All right. Yes, you were saying?
I don't know what I was saying. There's something you brought up in your other. What the fuck is going on? All the cameras just turned off and turned back on. That was very odd. Anyway,
we had a reset.
Yeah, I guess. Your other show, Francis, Is This Love? Right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I always forget. The title always fucks me up. But
there's a White Snake song.
Yes. So you posted something recently about small talk in podcasting.
And, right. Yeah.
And when I saw that, I did laugh because that's all this show is. And which is probably why we only have, the number of people that we have on here and not hundreds, but because we don't stick to one topic. But I've never wanted to just be a one topic show. I always just want to talk about things. And it's so hard for me to look at that and be like, people really are annoyed by small talk and jibber jabber. Like, that's odd to me.
That was probably second to sound quality. Sound quality was, hopefully we're back to normal, Ginger, by the time you hear this. We had a little bit of a hiccup, but the biggest thing that they said was like, no, you need to have perfect sound. Like, you can't have like someone sounding like they're sitting in a fish tank right? Talking into a mic, you need it to be crisp and clear.
As we're speaking of this, and the chat room is just being like, yeah, so the sound sucks right now. I don't know. I think Discord or OBS or the internet had a big hiccup because Francis froze up for 10 seconds and he's frozen. Oh no, he's not. He's just rubbing his eye. He was frozen for like 15 seconds and then both the cameras turned off. And then I think things are starting to even out on our end. We're fine. So sorry if it sucks on your guys' end. But back to
audio listeners like, this is fine. I hear everything.
Yeah. So you'll have to download this if it's, cutting out for you. But you were saying,
so that was number one was audio. And then the other big thing was like, oh, you know what I hate the most about podcasts is when they when they get off topic and they just talk about random stuff. I hate that. I wish they just stick to whatever the podcast is about. And I'm like, really? That's the bread and butter. Like I feel like most podcasts I listen to some degree, and then I'm like, no, they don't actually. Well, I listen back now to some of the podcasts that
I'm like typing into the thing and it keeps transitioning the screen because I have it set a hotkey set for the fucking space bar like an idiot.
Yeah, so
I'm trying to. Can you type in the chat for me, please, Francis, and just tell everybody that the internet took a shit and hopefully it's starting to even out.
It isn't on their end because I'm looking at the Twitch right now and it's constantly doing the circle thing. It'll give us like 2 seconds and it'll circle. Circle.
Yeah, so I don't know how to fix that.
Well, the way to fix it, unfortunately, would have been to get out and come back in because it's not picking it up. But like I said, you're recording the audio, so that's why I'm not we'll just keep going.
Yeah,
this is going to go out as a podcast, and people who are listening to that will.
It did.
They'll hear this part and be like, oh.
It did totally reset. I'm looking up at the counter. We're only 4 minutes in.
Yeah, it crapped out.
Yeah.
Altogether.
Yeah. Holy shit. That sucks.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, the audio
was like a weird. You were talking about rolling blackouts, and there was a rolling blackout.
That basically was a rolling blackout. That's really weird. I'm sorry, everybody, that it's not working out so well on the outside, but that's not ours.
Yeah, you'll hear all the. It's not us.
It's not us.
It's Twitch. But it looks like it's stabilized on Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah. So
well, that's no, we're good. We're good at vamping.
Part. Oh, we cut our teeth on vamping.
Yeah,
that's our thing is vamping.
So now that we rejoin the podcast, in a regular, sort of fashion, what were you saying?
I was just saying that of the two things that people hated, it's what's happening now on our show, which is audio going in and out and bad audio, and chit chat was the other thing they hated, was people who banter and don't talk about. I guess I didn't know this, but I guess people just download podcasts that are very specific.
Oh yeah, dude!
Like
murder porn is like the #1 podcast category right now.
Oh yeah.
And I don't understand that. I don't understand how you could sit at work all day and just listen to a murder mystery all day, and that's not work motivating.
No, I'm beginning to really kind of wane off of it, podcasts a little bit, because I listen to podcasts and I just kind of fall asleep a little bit where I'm working because it's just people talking, so there's no rhyme or rhythm to it. It's just people kind of talking, and I kind of start nodding off. I'm like, oh, right, like I'm working, because it's just people discussing life, right?
I mean, I listen to a wrestling podcast, and it is very tangenty and ranty.
Yeah.
So the guy, he'll go off, but it's all about wrestling. Yeah, it's all about wrestling. But then he'll go off. He has very strong political views about somebody, and given the chance, and it's on his show, he goes off for 20, 30 minutes about speaking about that person. And then all right, now that I got that out of the way, let's sell some merchandise, or, whatever. But it all outside of those things, yes, it is all focused on wrestling, but he'll go off on tangents, or instead of talking about what they were talking, he'll start telling a story from when he was a kid and, seeing these two guys wrestle in black and white or whatever.
It's hard to say, because there's this one podcast that is very reminiscent to ours, but they had a topic. Their topic was anime.
Okay.
Right. So but they never talk about anime. They talk about everything else. They do what we do here. They just talk about, they had a whole episode about whether or not, they were just talking about dreams. They're like, whether or not the dreams meant anything, or what kind of dreams do you have, and all that stuff. And it was just a random conversation. And most of the show was about dreams, or most of the show was I forgot, is being hungry a sickness or something, is you being sick or something like that. It was really weird kind of randomly thought stuff, when really the show was based off of let's talk about anime for an hour. And instead they spent 2 hours talking about anything else.
Sure.
Anything and everything else. And I'm like, that's a success. It took 2 years, but they went from being from nobodies to being multi-millionaires in 2 years, doing a podcast about nothing. And I'm like, and I think we should have picked the topic, which is comics, and we just never talk about comics.
Right.
But at least we bring in an audience, right, that talks okay, we're going to talk about comic books. Psych, and then we talk about something else.
That's what the show should be called. We talk about comics. ... Psych.
Because that's what this other show does, and they're now touring after being nobodies. They're touring, and they're selling out arenas and stuff. I'm just oh god, I hate it so much. Because it's I don't get it. It's we do exactly the same thing they do. What makes them so different? And I'm I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
But I think it's because they lured people in. Well, they lured people in with a false sense of security by saying, "Oh, by the way, we're talking about this one topic, and then we're just never going to talk about it." Right. And then they just never talk about it.
Once a month, you talk about the actual topic, and then you acknowledge that it's there, and you move on.
Yeah, I think of all the episodes I've listened to them, of about maybe 100 hours worth of audio, they talk about anime for 10 hours out of the 100, right? That's it.
Nice. That's a good ratio.
Which is why it's a good ratio. 1% of, or 10% of their whole thing is the actual topic. And it boggles my mind. So I think we need to finally just pick a topic, but we don't have to actually do it, because I have an example of a show that never talks about the topic that they're supposed to be about, and it works.
Maybe that's where we've gone wrong this whole time, Francis.
Anyway,
we can, instead of it being the most generic show on the internet, we can change it to
be the most specific.
The most specific podcast on the internet, and then not be specific about anything.
Yeah. All right. Since we have a few people in the chat room, I'll just throw out topics that you think we should make the show about.
Well, they can't hear us.
Never talk about it.
They're having a hard time seeing us, so it's hard to throw that.
Oh yeah, it's not getting better. Yeah. All right.
Well, let's save that. Let's save that for the next episode, I guess.
Yeah.
But
write it down.
I am writing it down. So. Well, and I'm looking at my little thing here, and the dropped frames are just skyrocketing. So I think my plan to go late is falling apart, and we'll just talk about this last thing. We'll get out of here, because this
again,
the internet
audio listeners will hear everything.
Yeah, the audio is gonna be fine. It's just the internet at this location is just fighting me all the time. But Francis, are you a Pink Floyd fan?
Not really.
I mean, if you have to pause and think about it, you're not. That is the, when somebody asks you, you just say yes if you're a fan. If you have to think about it, you're not a fan. Anyway,
I mean, I don't need no education. I know that much.
Do you?
That's as far as I know.
Maybe it was the Opal talk. Yeah, maybe it was
the Opal talk. Yeah. Yeah, we gifted ourselves some Opal.
Yeah, we superstitioned ourselves into some Opal shit. Well, the Pink Floyd, they broke up, and the two guys, Roger Waters and David Gilmour, they don't get along anymore, and they tour separately. I think David Gilmour tours as Pink Floyd, and Roger Waters just goes as himself. But anyway, he was coming to Denver. And lady friend, she was like, "You want to go?" And I said, "Hell yeah!" He plays some good Dark Side of the Moon tracks, and he does some weird, dreamy solo stuff. It'll be a good time.
No offense to your lady friend, but I was really surprised that she even knew who they were.
Not only was I surprised that she knew who they were and enjoyed them, let me tell you something else about this girl, Francis. She likes Monty Python.
Oh God. What kind of upbringing does this woman have?
I don't know, but I think I need to put a ring on it or something, because
I think so.
That's a keeper.
That's no joke. Yeah, totally.
I mean, I'm not going to, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But no, so Roger Waters was putting on a solo show here, and it looked like a lot of fun. We said, let's go. And longer story short, the moral of the story basically is, do not rely on public transportation if you need to get someplace in a timely manner.
Right.
And to just stop at the ATM and get you a $20 bill and just pay for parking.
Yeah. There's something quaint about getting parking.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
And the best laid out plans don't always fall into place. So a number of unfortunate circumstances really got in the way of this concert. Had we actually gone, we only would have seen about an hour and 15 minutes out of a 3 or 4 hour show. And I had somebody that was having a slight breakdown and wasn't really wanting to do it at that point. Despite all of my pushing and encouragement, we didn't go.
Yeah, it takes a little bit more, and sadly, unfortunately, but yeah,
it sucked. It would have been really cool to see, and there was a lot of people I knew that were at the show. So I got to see a lot of it, through pictures and video. But clearly not the same. But it sometimes you just, when things, I've seen it numerous times. I've even been there a number of times myself, where you just get shit on over and over and over again, and you just I don't know what to do, and you kind of just shut down.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I was witnessing the beginning of that, so I was just like, you know what? Let's go get some food, or let's go watch some Rick and Morty or something.
If enough dominoes fall, you kind of just have to count your blessings and give up and move on
and not not really bring it up and talk about it. And it's just it was a thing we tried. All right.
Ideally no. Right.
But it's not every plan, like I said, falls into place.
No.
And that's okay. It's
hopefully you can do it again.
Oh, totally. Some other show or some other event, for sure. And maybe we can go buy a $1,000 piece of fucking rock this coming weekend.
The size of a potato chip.
Yeah, what the fuck? Seems legit. And that was pretty much what came out of my mouth when he said that. I was like, yeah, it seems legit.
Is it made of gold?
No, it was.
Can I sell it?
I really wish I remember what the rock was. It was an agate of some kind, but I couldn't tell you what the first part of the word was. But whatever. It was a rock. It was a cool looking rock, but it wasn't $1,000 looking rock. Fuck that.
I don't think there's really, outside of diamonds, there's really no such thing as $1,000 rock.
I mean,
it's a rock.
You get a huge freaking amethyst or a huge, onyx even.
I guess.
Right, those can get pricey, but yeah, I'm not trying to spend $1,000 on a
why
on a paperweight.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, unless it's gonna do stuff for me, unless it's gonna push stuff off of a desk for me to clear it, and become
dressed in a tuxedo.
Dressed in a tuxedo,
Yeah,
I don't want it. Like, it's pointless. It has to be able to do things for me. Otherwise, it is a pointless piece of non-usable. Like, it's pretty, but that's it.
I would much rather spend $1,000 on glass. Like glass.
Yeah, because glass is useful.
Yeah, but I'm not just like glasses or drinking glasses. I mean, like, glass figures or a crystal or a crystal thing or something. I'd much rather spend money on that than a fucking paperweight.
Like our friends at
Zales?
No, it was the guy with the glass creature guys.
Oh, at Bling Squared. Damn,
there you go.
Francis, why the fuck don't we have any fucking sponsors? Probably because I say fuck a lot, but we're so good at setting them up naturally, and just there was one earlier for a VPN spot. It was perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ginger. But there was a perfect spot for a VPN spot there, and I was gonna throw it at you and everything, but we have nobody to give us money for it, so they don't get our talents.
Yeah, sometimes I don't like being followed on the internet by big corporations.
Francis, I know you watch porn. Now your ISP is watching the porn that you watch. And even if you're on incognito mode, they could still see what you're seeing. What you need. Why?
Which one? Which one are you going to give me? Express or Nord? Which one are you going to give me? Express or Nord?
There's a third.
Is there a third?
There's a third that I was going to throw it. I was
the VPN.
NordVPN. NordVPN. What was the other one?
ExpressVPN.
Express. I don't think I've heard that. Then there's a third one. Fuck. It doesn't matter.
Firefox VPN.
I didn't know. Oh yeah. Every time Firefox updates, it's like, hey, do you want our VPN? I'm like, no. Exactly, why would I want the ISP's VPN? That doesn't. That's a conflict of interest. Is it not? I don't know.
I don't know. All I know is that missed opportunity. People who are looking for sponsorships.
We'll read your dumb scripts and everything.
Well, no, you won't.
Well, if they're too dumb, I'm gonna rewrite it to make it fucking make sense.
Yeah.
Like that, or and people out there that do sponsors, if they're listening to this, that they never will. Don't send me audio files that have you talking and you want me to fucking punch in my end of the conversation. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work. Your production and my production do not match.
Hey, podcaster, what do you think about?
Hey, blank. There's just a pause. Hey, or no, yes, yeah. Oh, no, what was the one that they sent us? Oh, what's the? It was the brand talking, and he's like, hey, what was the discount code? And I punch in and go, POI Pod 1, and punch out, and he goes, oh yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Fuck that noise.
Oh my god, that the level of cringe.
I know.
Oh man.
But since we don't have any sponsors to thank, I want to thank you, Francis, for sticking around with me for all these 12 years that we've been doing this, because this is kind of a double birthday episode. I forgot to mention at the top of the show, because the points of interest and it's all of its different varying forms over the years celebrated its birthday on September 1st as well. So this show is a year older than it was. Wow, indeed. So that's it because the internet sucks and it's having a hard time. So Francis, you know the deal. Where can people find you? The struggles. Where can people find you on the internet?
Is This Love Pod.
Keep going.
Go to isthislove.podbean.com. Listen to the Love Podcast and watch me talk about emotions and stuff.
Emotional
with Sarah
stuff.
Maid as my co-host, who, if Lister Mate was still here, thinks imagine she looks like Molly Ringwald.
16 Candles or Breakfast Club?
16 Candles, yeah. Probably both.
Or
Molly Ringwald didn't change looks that much between those two movies.
That's true. Or that Archie show. She was on the Archie show.
She was the mom in the Archie show.
Yeah.
I
don't know. So yeah, you can also find Francis on Super Geeked Up, a weekly improv geeky show. I don't know if it's on tomorrow or not, or this coming Wednesday as this show comes out. But hey, go to supergeekedup.com and you'll find out when the schedule is.
Yeah, even if it's not showing,
even if it's not live.
Yeah,
exactly.
You can even past episodes you can totally look at. Yeah,
you can even comment on a past episode if you wanted to. Which you can do with us as well by coming to our YouTube page at just search POI Podcast. You'll find it. You can email us at thepoipodcast@gmail.com. Call us, text, call into the show. It'd be a lot of fun. It'd be cool. You could deal with our crappy internet. 314-764-7631. It spells out POI Pod 1 because at one point I was into Synergy. What else is there? Twitter, Facebook.
All I know is that
all you know is what?
You are all I know is that you are a year older. You're 25. It's amazing.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Being 25.
It's the birthday show. Thanks everybody for watching. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully next week it'll be less technically bad. That's the end of the song. That's all I got to say. I think that's it. Francis, we're out of here. Goodbye. I got to hit the thing over here because all my shit doesn't work.